77,000 convicted cases in 1 year, where the main evidence used was eyewitness testimony. Lamar Johnson, a Missouri man, was released February 14, 2023, after being wrongfully convicted of murder for 27 years. He was convicted despite having an alibi and no physical evidence being presented during the trial. The only evidence was an eyewitness. The eyewitness, James Elking, said he felt pressured by police to pick someone out of a lineup, or else face being implicated in the crime. After picking someone, Elking was paid $4,000.
Eyewitness testimony is what happens when a person witnesses a crime or accident or other legally important event, and later gets up on the stand and recalls for the court the details of the witnessed event. It involves a more complicated process than might initially be presumed. It includes what happens during the actual crime to facilitate or hamper witnessing, as well as everything that happened from the time of the event over to the later courtroom appearance. The eyewitness may be interviewed by the police and numerous lawyers, described by the perpetrator to several different people, and make identifications of the perpetrator, among other things. Eyewitness statements are often used as a critical piece of evidence in the United States justice system. However, eyewitness statements are unreliable and cause wrongful convictions due to racial bias and the unreliability of memory in the United States justice system. Many people are convicted solely due to the testimonial of one person's account or what they saw. Relying on one person's testimony of what happened without any evidence backing it up is faulty. People are wrongfully convicted by faulty eyewitness accounts due to the factors that influence these accounts. One of the factors is leading questions.
Questions are the main way we figure out testimonies. That is why we must look at the current issues with interviewing witnesses. According to Lonnie Danley M. and Brian L. Cutler in 2015, 5 of 30 participants in the coercive interview condition falsely claimed they had witnessed the Confederate take the cell phone that was left in the room. But none of the 29 participants in the control interview condition offered such an admission. Leading questions alone alter testimonies. When pairing this with other factors such as memory reliability, testimonies are more likely to change.
Eyewitnesses can provide very compelling legal testimony, but rather than recording experiences flawlessly, their memories are susceptible to a variety of errors and biases. They, like the rest of us, can make errors in remembering specific details and can even remember whole events that didn't actually happen. Memory is faulty due to 3 main reasons. People believe confidence in memory equals accuracy. Fictitious childhood events can easily be implemented, and the public wrongly sees memory as a video camera. Memory is clearly malleable, but not unreliable. Under normal circumstances, this opens the possibility, however, for leading questions and a lot of other influencing factors to alter a person's memory when used as evidence in court.
When a witness to a crime must later identify the person who was seen before, various psychological factors can play an important role. The retention interval or period of time between the crime and the identification, the exposure time and amount of time that the witness has had to look at the essential subject, prior knowledge, expectations, misleading suggestions, and stress. These factors will operate to reduce the accuracy of an identification, just as they affect the accuracy of any kind of testimony. One study reported that white students who viewed white faces without any previous practice correctly recognized 76.8% of the white faces that they were shown. In contrast, white students who viewed Asian faces without practice recognized only 52% of the Asian faces. Misidentifications are neither unique nor rare. Legal observers have long recognized that cross-racial identifications by witnesses are disproportionately responsible for wrongful convictions. People make identifications by recognizing facial features. Those of one race have a harder time recognizing faces of people from different races. Psychologists believe 2 reasonable explanations exist. Different races often have distinctive features in common, and people make more mistakes in cross-racial identification situations due to a decrease in attention to people of other races.
To conclude, eyewitness testimony is very powerful and convincing to jurors. Even though it is not particularly reliable, identification errors occur, and these errors can even lead to people being falsely accused and even convicted. Likewise, eyewitness memory can be corrupted by leading questions, misinterpretation of events, conversations with co-witnesses, and their own expectations of what should have happened. People can even come to remember whole events that never occurred.